My name is Sumaya Dabbagh. I'm the founder of Dabbagh Architects. We're a practice based in UAE, and we are focused on really finding identity in the work that we do and connecting to place.
So we are now in one of the pavilions of the Sharjah Triennial in its second edition. Can you tell us more about your intervention, Earth to Earth?
Yes, Earth to Earth really is an exploration of cumulative ideas that we are exploring through our projects. But this platform has been really fantastic to give us that ability to do this exploration specifically. It's really about our connection to place and connection to the earth. The materials we use here are mud brick, which is earth, and palm fronds, compressed boards, which is again, it's of this place. And what we believe that over in the Gulf region, not just in the UAE. I'm from Saudi Arabia, so the whole Gulf, with the development, the really fast-paced development over the last 50, 60, 70 years has created this loss of connection to place. And I mean, even in the UAE, in living memory, the fishermen were very connected to the sea. People were connected to the land, to the desert. And in very short generations, in a short span of time, this has been lost. And it's also, I mean, the land is what I'm also trying to say here, has memory. The materiality that we have around us has memory. Earth has a memory. And it's our memory, it's our history, it's memory of our ancestors. So we're really part of the same thing. We are as human beings, we're part of nature. And this relationship is really important. And I believe that architecture has the power to enhance that by creating an architecture that is of the place, that is contextual, that responds to the memory of that particular place and the people. Then that helps people to reconnect to the sense of belonging, to reconnect to who they are really and their essence. And so this is really about that. It's about the trying to remember who we are. Our culture is embedded in our history, and it's embedded in our place. It's embedded in the materials around us. And it's really important to remember who we are. So that's really the message with Earth to Earth.
And is this what you're trying to portray with this pavilion? Because the theme this year is beauty of impermanence, an architecture of adaptability. How did you explore this?
So my interpretation of the theme of impermanence is that we are in a flux, we are a change. Every moment is different. I mean, time passes and nothing stays the same. Everything's changing. We're in cycles. We're in cycles of growth and decay. We're in cycles of life and death. And this also echoes this life and death, that we are from earth and to earth we return. So nothing stays constant. And what is really constant is the relationship. I think everything changes, but how do we enhance relationship? Because it's at the end, it really is talking to us and our essence as a community, as a culture that comes from a very specific region with its own history, with its own memory.
So you are a practicing architect. You have a lot of work across the GCC, I would say. How important for you was it to be part of a Triennale on a more, let's say, academic level also?
Yeah, I think I mentioned briefly, but I can expand on that, is when we're working in the practice, obviously you're working on to clients' briefs, and these ideas we bring into our work, but we have so much freedom when you're doing something by yourself, and to have the Sharjah Triennial as a platform has been really interesting, and it's been a great process. Really enjoyed doing this. It's helped us also really distill our ideas into something that's really, really simple and quite pure, and hopefully the simplicity of the message will come across through the work.
So I was at day three and I saw that you have a lot of upcoming projects in the UAE. Can you tell us a bit more about the different interventions that will happen?
Yes, so we have been, I think, since the Malay Archaeological Center that was completed in 16, we've been kind of invited to other cultural buildings. We are working on a museum in Al Ain, an archaeology museum. And actually, in fact, it has three elements. It has a fort from 1900, which is mud brick. And this is where really our relationship with mud started. And we've been working on that for 5 years. And a modern heritage building, which is from 1971, as well as a new extension. That's now under construction. And in fact, it's the government of Abu Dhabi who facilitated the building of the brick and the making of the brick, mud brick. They have the resources and know-how through their renovation of their heritage projects. So we've collaborated on this with them. Also, we did a mosque completed 2 years ago, the Gargash Mosque, and that's opened a trajectory of doing other mosques. So we have another mosque that is on the design board that is going to also next year will go into construction. So these are some of the projects.
And I know that you have a bunch of also urban planning and urban design projects. Can you tell us about an important one that will happen and that actually is the one from Al Ula, the one that
Yeah,
actually
so
dictated the general things?
2019, we were invited. I mean, it was a bid, and we wanted to do a concept master plan for Al Ula Old Town, and we collaborated with the conservation team and other team, engineering as well to do a study of really how I think RCU were looking at how to bring it back to life without kind of freezing it in one place at a time, how to really reuse it. So we implemented, so we did the study, which is being implemented. In Saudi Arabia as well, we've been involved with a number of projects with some of the key developers and competitions that are all in NDA, and we'll see where they go.
Sumaya, and finally, you were one of the first women to design a mosque in the area, and you lead your own firm. My question is, how relevant is this also for all the females in the region and in terms of representation?
Yes, I think I find it quite sad that the women are really not proportionately represented. I think this is true of the whole industry, particularly in this region. I mean, the industry, even studying in the United Kingdom, you see a lot of architects, females as students, but then as they move throughout their career, the numbers really drop. And you see that here. You see a lot of education here, but again, the numbers drop. I think really as an industry, we need to be more supportive of women. We need to provide the flexibility to create that, because I think it's really important that we have a diverse perspectives in the way that we build our cities. If our cities are built by one sector of society, which is predominantly white, male, and Western, unfortunately, in the region, it's really not representative of the population that they're serving. So I think having the diverse perspectives is essential for us to really create an architecture that has meaning and has relevance to the people that live there. That's my hope, is that more women. And if I'm seen as a role model, then I'm really happy to to be having that role, because I think it's a very important to have more diversity in the industry.
Thank you, Sumaya.
Thank you.
Thank you.